Welcome to our community space. I hope you've enjoyed your time. Now get out on the streets and freeze to death. Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, consciousness manifesting as the physical for a small period of time on a rocking space for no known purpose whatsoever. My name is Tom Garrett, I'm the founder of the Oomun group, and I'm just doing a little video because we're currently in the middle of what's called a sit-in. Well, basically we're being evicted from a building that we're squatting. I thought it might be quite intriguing to make a video on it, given that you don't really get to see this sort of shit. I'm here at what was meant to be our new community centre here at 156 West End Lane in West Hampstead, NW6 1SD, and went to the court today for a 10 AM hearing and been given an IPO, which basically means that they're going to come and just throw us out of the place. We had such a strong case, a mind-blowingly strong case. Phoenix, he's been doing this for about 24-25 years, and he believed this was the strongest case ever. The basic gist, if you haven't seen it in the media, it's had some huge media hype, especially in London. From ITV News to Camden New Journal to London Evening Standard, all papers and TV channels you can imagine. We've got the Evening Standard journalists here now. We're about to have Piers Corbyn come down. George Galloway, the MP, coming down. People from the Green Party, we've got local councillors here, and they've all been wonderful in supporting what we're doing here.
Okay, Sam, let's go quickly before something else happens.
Wasting about £1 million of public funds. It's just fucking mental. And there's loads of it. All the page, admit your error. It's basically just saying drop your ego and accept the fact, okay, you fucked up and you made a mistake. This is the ex-Housing and Social Services building in Camden. This building's been left empty for 3 years, basically, and I mean literally just up and go. By the way, it's 5 stories, 25,000 square feet, I think it is. I'm trying to chop that off the top of my head. They've left everything. There's tons of, I mean, the amount of equipment in here and the amount it costs is mind-blowing. We've got photocopiers, scanners, computers, perfectly conditioned office desks, all sorts of bits and bobs. Show you, I don't know what that's going to look like out there. We're going to pop out there in a minute and have a little look. I'm done with working decades and decades, working obsolete jobs to get illusionary numbers, which essentially cause starvation. But for the taxpayers, for those people who are still going to these fucking jobs, they're still going, they're getting fucked over and they go back to work, and they get fucked over and they go to work. They've been paying around, the press figure is 270,000 per annum each year, but it's not that. We had an economic research analyst from the local library here just have a little snoop into the whole thing. It's cost council, Camden taxpayers about £500,000 to keep this building empty.
Hello there! Come on, who wants tea, coffee?
Which is utterly insane, and basically it's going to be empty for another year until they sell it to, you know, a building company who are going to build a shitload of supposedly 50% affordable housing. Which no one in this region wants whatsoever. That sounds like a generic political activist to me, yeah, man. Blah 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 blah. Labour Party, blah blah blah. Conservative. However, bless his cotton socks, because
well, he's bringing some attention. That's good. I would really need to check out.
Oh yeah, I'm making an insanely quick video because it was just to show you this. It's nothing special. It's only going to be about a 57 second video, I think. I'm probably wasting a bit of time by trying to guess the time. We're up to 41, 42 seconds, 43 seconds now. This chap down here is with the Rainbow chaps. He's been just going at it for ages. And you can see, what I actually wanted to show you was the reaction of the people. This guy is, I just wanted to show you the people not stopping, but I think as I started filming, everyone was stopping. People are checking out. He's basically saying, you work really hard to get money, and then you have to pay taxes. Just so you know, millions are being spent on this empty building behind us, where these guys have utilised it to use it for something good, and they're about to throw them out. I just want to catch this guy for a bit, because he's fucking amazing. Check him out.
And it costs them £5,000 a week. It's a criminal waste of your money.
Did he just tell you to fuck up? Why?
Wankers, that's why.
Why?
They saw pictures of Jeremy Corbyn, they're getting really angry with him now, you know. They really want to go and bomb people and stuff like that.
Oh, you actually believe in a political party? Well, it's been a bizarre situation where We've got MPs, councillors, the local people are backing us beyond backing us. It's ridiculous, and the councillors are too, and it's just a mind-blowing situation where it's so obviously wrong. And of course we're in the middle of a housing crisis, and it was fascinating to get to speak to them over the last 2 weeks while we've been renovating the place, just to learn what it's like to be 70 and to have grown up in a specific place. I've always been moving around and doing bits and bobs, and to literally watch it bit by bit become, I mean, not just gentrified, it is horrifically gentrified. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that it was nice, and then a bunch of people came who had money and bought the place and turned it into just an utterly, oh, this is Mr. Potter, by the way, turned it into an absolutely, utterly disgusting capitalist piece of shit. And if you look out the windows, it's Ladbrokes, Costa, and Jesus. Look at that out there, lovely Ladbrokes. Oh, Ladbrokes, saving the world, one bet at a time. Here, like, it's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm putting the footage together for the little mini documentary we're making, a brief introduction to how not to let people freeze to death on the same streets that we throw up on. Got someone sleeping over there. We've got guests tonight because we had a massive meeting. And we've taken most of the furniture out, so people are just fucking sleeping anyway. I was just looking at the footage and I looked at the gentrification bit and talking to the local residents. God, that's light there. Ugh. Yeah, just that idea of just betting shop, chicken shop, betting shop, chicken shop, betting shop, chicken shop. Waitrose. Oh, local news agents. Betting shop, chicken shop, betting shop, chicken shop, pub. Just about still there, but it's a gastro pub now. You can get a pint, yeah, sure. But it's going to cost you about £7. It was kind of nice talking to the local residents and getting to know them and hearing that little tale they had of watching the place that they've been brought up in just gradually, bit by bit, become more grey and become more generic and lose all its soul. For Camden to do that. When I first came to Camden, it changed everything. I was like, oh wow, there's a place where everything's completely honest to life. It's psychedelic. And life is essentially psychedelics. We're all just sort of here, aren't we? And I could really relate to that. We go from place to place. We utilise buildings that are not being used properly or have been completely derelict and fucked off and rejected altogether. And we try and do our projects there. So I try and grow food there. And or you try and do your free guitar music, or whatever you're trying to give out, basically. You're trying to do it, and you get everything up and running, and everything's just about ready to go. And one of two things happens. Either, obviously, in comes the death letter, which just says, wonderful what you're doing, we'll see you in court, can't wait to get you out of the fucking place. Love you very much. Your government loves you, don't worry. Or the second thing, which is the project just about gets up and running and it's ready to go, and the whole place gets filled with what you probably see as more stereotypical squatters, which are the hippie hedonist style people, the people who just want to get pissed and stoned all the time. They're not really squatting for any ethical, political, sociological reasons. They're squatting because they're too fucking lazy to go and get a job and do any of that shit. And they do crave money. They do want to get into that system. They just prefer getting fucked. Now that isn't the majority of the squatting community, and it's horrific to think that people see it that way, because it's just bollocks. It's utter bollocks. And that's what's so beautiful about this place. We have 15 people, and every single one of them is fucking insane at what they do. And they don't do it for any other reason, any other motivatory incentive than the fact that they fucking love it, and it makes everyone's lives better. Now, if you ask me, that is a very, very good political and economic structure.
Estimated 1 billion people dying from malnutrition, 2.2 billion people unable to access clean water. Our terrible method of producing electricity when we have carbon nanotube technology that can ensure all people have free, safe and efficient electricity anywhere and everywhere in the world. The destruction of our planet so that the oil, timber and animal industry can continue to make insane amounts of money, in spite of the fact that all three of these industries can now be made obsolete if we eradicate the monetary system. 2.8 billion of the 3.5 billion currently employed across the world working jobs that are completely obsolete. and can be replaced by technology right now. But we can't fully utilise this technology because of the money system. Pharmaceutical companies motivated by profit and not kill, making people sick to make money. Drug gangs rampantly destroying whole communities, killing and shooting people in order to make huge amounts of money out of selling drugs like heroin and crystal meth. Outraged. And look, people are going mental. Look at this. Sorry, don't worry. You look gorgeous. Chap who's basically putting all this through, the financial chief, Theo Blackwell of Camden Council, who's basically just said he won't negotiate with us and we're freeloaders, to which I replied to you, brother, if you're listening, which I highly doubt you will be. I have to adamantly process that and say, I don't think we're freeloaders. I think it's more a case of we're trying to do loads for free. There's my free guitar lessons. Tired of everything being so expensive, sick of the last few days being filled with really shit music. Why not come and just get some free guitar lessons? Why the fuck not? Look at that, and the tutor's got an ALCM in guitar performance and a BA Hons in music theory. So you know you're guaranteed to get a good guitar lesson. The problem is people are always scared of being taught by someone who looks like a warped stoner. There's people starving and freezing to death on the streets, and you're saying, don't put them in the empty buildings. I'm sorry, but I'm not a major in logic, but oh, fuck me, come on, man. It's absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting. There's no humanity in that at all. Give them shelter. Don't leave a building empty. Give them shelter. It's fucking insane. They're free. You can't even begin to comprehend what it's like being homeless. It's horrific. Especially when you've got a passion or a skill. I'm a trained music teacher. I've done it for 10 years. I just don't want to do it for money because money's destroying our species. And just like the judge today in court where he said, you know, that you may be right ethically, but you haven't got a legal stance here. So, what's the law for at that point? And what is law at this point? Do you know what I mean? If it's not only not benefiting people, but it's detrimental to people being ethical and doing something good in the world, then clearly there's something wrong with the legal system. It's 2 weeks. In spite of the fact that we've had to stay up all night and all day having an admin team which is constantly switching so that we can speak to MPs and councillors and get the local people in and trying to get through to the chap who's basically putting all this through, the financial chief, to make sure that the people who are on the streets at the moment, currently, they're sleeping on the same streets that we piss and throw up all over basically and walk all on every day. But yeah, it's just horrific, and as I said to the judge today, I said, essentially, I can't speak in the same legal demeanour as you chaps, but I'm here because I'm at the community centre as the resident guitar and music theory tutor. I'm also a free gardener and horticulturist, and I'm a free chef. So we get food, and we were planning to grow it here, obviously, and get the community in and get them learning to garden, because if you've never gardened before, gardening is absolutely phenomenal. It changes everything. It's pure connection to the earth. And I don't mean that in a hippie way, I mean that in a very true, commonsensical manner. And basically what we want to do here is provide those services that the community need for free.
This is going to be the plant magic room where all kind of herbal workshops will be happening. There will be herbal medicine, soaps, anything you can pretty much imagine.
It's a good game.
If we get any media on it, important thing, but basically we don't want to go there at all. So we need as much people talking to him and keeping him busy as possible.
It was fun, blah, blah, blah.
consultation.
Don't make it too like a set piece.
Come this side if you want, guys.
Again, I missed it. Again. You always miss it.
Just been chaos the last 3 hours. As soon as we came out of court, it was right, get the hell back, we need to barricade, we need to do this, get the local people here, which has been amazing. There's 15 residents here. It's a blend of engineers, computer technicians, artists, cooks, gardeners, whatever, everything and everyone is here, basically, everything you'd ever possibly need. And the space was to be used as a cinema and an art exhibition, and to get people in and get that communal spirit back. Age doesn't matter, race doesn't, you know, these very obvious basic things, and to get people unified and working together. And I wanted to make the film because it's just unbelievable to see the transformation in this place. If any of you haven't seen what's been happening in the media, search for Camden Mothership, and you should find, on Facebook you'll find our pictures where we've done workshops, and you'll see us doing the work and cleaning up. Yeah, so I think I'm borderline hallucinating now with tiredness. Oh, I've got a hair sticking out there, haven't I? Unbelievable. I've got it. So yeah, it's just been the devolution of the place in the last 2 hours. From a place which we'd done up and turned into fully functioning, we've even got a tattoo parlour which is now nothing, it's an empty room, to just, it is anarchy here now. It's fuck it, like they're coming for us. It's just time to get buzzing, get the people in, start barricading. And I've been babbling for absolutely fucking ages. All of you watching this are thinking, come on mate, hurry up. So, let me pop out. So I don't know if you remember, but this was a beautiful huge circle. We're on what's called the Rainbow Embassy at the moment. It's just ludicrous. I would never have named it that. This is a load of hippie bullshit. But yeah, well, except for the food circles and yoga, which are vital. And obviously sacred singing releases oxytocin and dopamine in the brain, which is exactly why I used to teach music. We're now going up to what's left of Murphy's little garden. There's just nothing left of it. It's been trashed. That poor spinach. No. And this amazing was my guitar workshop, which is just, it's fucked. This was beautiful last night. There was 20 people sitting there singing and dancing and learning music. Last night we did Tetris by Hirokazu Tanaka. I had people who'd never ever playing guitar, so last night was, I've done the free guitar lessons and stuff before, but it was just amazing to actually put it into full practice and see people really benefiting from learning music theory and guitar. It's just, you can hear there's a lot cracking off outside, and in fact I just want to double check what that is, because we've already had 4 riot vans coming past. I'm doing this in the quiet part. This is on the first floor where it is quiet. They're ambulances, so we're cool. But we've had these 4 huge, they're basically doing what's called surveillance. So at first, they come around and come past along this road here. And then they're basically checking out what we're up to and when to actually break in and where to come in. So this is what was going to become the roof garden terrace. So we're going to build pallet beds and have sort of a food growing operation here. That's one of the doors, if you can see. It's completely and utterly fucking done in. You can just about see the tip of the door. Out there was a gorgeous roof terrace where we were going to do the food growing for the kitchen, and so that we could teach people horticulture and permaculture. Oh, this is from yesterday, Thursday. Boris is on his bike or something, farewell. Fire death crew had no engine, so he didn't, they're trying to question him about something. He's using the standard political technique of ignore and do one. So in this is page 17 of the Camden New Journal. Even here we've got a site that's mismanaged. All Mothership Camden have requested is to be granted a meanwhile lease to utilise the facility for various self-funding worthwhile activities during the period between now and any future development of the site. Perhaps things were not quite done by the book, but I believe we can use the Camden colloquialism that it's all a matter of interpretation. I'd probably reword that as perhaps things were not done by the book, but perhaps the fucking book needs to be either burnt or rewritten. Considering the site has been empty for the past 3 years and costing local residents about $270,000 per annum, that's not true. You should be welcoming this group with open arms. Instead, you are threatening them with legal action. I've visited the site, met the occupiers and discussed the issues with residents. Have any of you done this? Not a single one of you. The only action so far has been the aggressive posting a letter before action on the site door. Just gonna light my cigarette. You can now smoke everywhere, obviously. It's just become lawless after being a perfectly functioning little hive. We're now just getting anything we can. It's just horrific watching this place get destroyed. So, let me take you around. So we're just going to pop out the recording studio. Welcome to the art department. So this is where Boyan was running an art department. So we're just going to get local community members. We had a few people in with mental health recently they were the first people to come here and they fucking loved it. I used to work with people with schizophrenia and autism as a teacher, and it brings you to tears seeing these people getting to do what they're doing, you know. It's so wonderful. Music's quite good, that's handy. This is a record player we found in the skip. We go skipping for food and whatnot. There's Benny over there. Alright, whatever. It's a ping pong table here. It's alright, they've really done like people film, I don't know why. First barricade, so we got that was the fire exit, and it's just, we've put metal slants on the doors and stuck chest of drawers there. But this was a space that could be utilised. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely nuts. It's just fucked. It's awful. The end of the Camden Mothership, or the beginning. We've got Pierce Corbin on his way down. We've got the Camden New Journal downstairs. We've got the local people. So we're either about to get evicted like we normally do, or we're about to see something really quite spectacular, which is people genuinely coming together and saying, no. No, we're not doing this anymore. Just papers everywhere. We've had so much fucking press attention, it's ridiculous. It's been amazing. But you really have to work your tits off to get them down here. Right, I'm not allowed to film Ben, because he gets a bit woo. So let's pop this way. Ben is our bicycle mechanic. He's a genius. At least say hello off camera. He's our fantastic, amazing bicycle mechanic. And they are currently playing Asturias, which is one of my favourite pieces of guitar music, which I've been learning for fucking ages. But to play at that tempo, oh, it's mind blowing. That's the other great thing about this place, because it's an old, empty council building. You can see everything's still fully functional. I mean, we've had to pop some bits and bobs and do the hoovering and whatnot. Not there. That was a bad example. That's tea. But except for that, everything's just fully functioning. I'm going to kind of just quickly show. This is the internet cafe, which it's not too derelict at the moment. It's alright. I'm going to blur your faces.
I don't have a problem.
No, I don't have a problem either. Loads of computers, just fucking, these were all just fully functioning, and Weil, who's our computer technician, has set all these up and got it fully functioning. This is one of the parts, this was the hub here. This was absolutely, utterly filled with everything. That's basically what we want to do. That'd be really fucking nice. Yoga workshop, which was today at 3, that got cancelled unfortunately. There's a little message I put for when they come through. Bailiffs, you're not machines, you're human. You are in control of you. Do the right thing, not what you've been told to do. With regards, the people you're about to make freeze to death on the streets, we love you. And we remember who you truly are. Because of course, before they were born, they were pure, they were just cells, and now they are conditioned. Insanely dark in here. Can I go in Wiles around? This is where I've been actually making the Oomun Group documentary. So this is it, this is the hub. This is where I've been editing it. I've actually made it at Rochester Square Gardens in Camden, which I'll show you another, because that was meant to be evicted today too. It's the signs Boyan was working on until about 6 in the morning last night, just showing the opening times. We had a few people come who said, you know, we're not sure whether we're welcome or when we can come in and so forth. And there's all the stuff we do. Our services, what do we provide for you? Martial arts studio, free guitar and music theory, which includes practice space and access to guitars and sheet music, internet cafe, yoga meditation, bicycle workshop, roof garden, cinema, parent and kids space, skill sharing workshop, music and video recording studio, cookery and communication, ethnobotany and permaculture, the Camden Mothership. All of that. I think for all of us, the main point here is that it's utterly phenomenal that finally, after years and years of squatting, I fucking hate that word, of utilising buildings, this is finally a fully functioning crew. There's you always have a few hedonists and stoners and hippies. This is the first place where everyone has got some sort of amazing talent, amazing mind-boggling talent, and you're constantly in awe and being shocked by people. It's like that, how can I describe it? It's like that feeling when you go to a concert as a kid and you just can't get over how amazing the musicians are. This is Boyan, he's a local artist, he's fucking amazing. This is the chap I was talking about who does the signs. He's a good brother, love you, really good brother.
Hello, and
I'm just going to pop down.
welcome to
The Camden Mothership.
Borderline.
Yeah, that's right, welcome to the borderline.
This is Camden
Welcome to a
Mothership.
city. Just down here, here's the guitar that Ben's been fixing for me, which is ready to go. And welcome to just emptiness. What was once a beautiful growing room for our ethnobotanists. If you can see that, it's a bit dark. Botanical and herbal remedies workshop space. This was full of lavender, this was full of aloe vera, rosemary, everything you can possibly imagine that's medicinal and good for you. Toilets here, we just mopped it. Got the lifts which don't function. This is our communal kitchen, well, it's what's left of it. This is where the hobs and cooker were. This is where I was doing my free street food. Oh man, it really hurts, it's fucking horrific. This is where the wonderful Jesus Army have just been. Praise his name, oh praise. Loads of sausages, it's the only way to pronounce it. We saw these wonderful vegan bits that we can cook for people. And I'm going to chef up again in a bit. I'm going to have to get the hob out of we've got like a holding cage. More press stuff, this is where we're just cutting papers and whatnot for the press cuttings for the court this morning. It's just fucked, it's just the state now, it just looks like some scutty student kitchen, but this was a fully functioning kitchen less than 6 hours ago. Welcome to meeting room 1. This is me and Murphy's room. Murphy's my wonderful girlfriend, who is the ethnobotanist here. And this is what's left of our beautiful room. And just a quick summary of what the Oomun group do. Money is over if you want it. A play on John Lennon's famous poster with Yoko Ono. Their campaign for war is over if you want it. It appears we don't really want either of those over, so we're continuing to do them. This is our main watch point here, so we've got to barricade the windows up. We've used these that we found on the roof. I imagine the security services that were here before us were using these. They just look really, I don't think we should invent anything like that as a species. I don't know if you can see that because it's a bit dark. Super spiky. Boyan's just going to do a bit of hoovering. As you do. It's quite funny that we're still doing household chores whilst waiting for about 15 fucking bailiffs to come and smash our doors in. Yeah, Piers Corgan's coming down, right, with Phoenix. They're just trying to peel so that we can stay in here for a little bit longer. Now just coming down into the main hall. The Oomun group, keep calm. And remember, there is no debt. Money is fiction, a shared belief, silly magic numbers, and we can be rid of it and all unnecessary suffering whenever we stop believing in it and instead embrace self-government, logic, and love. Obvious, makes so much sense. We should definitely do it. This message was provided by the... Oh, that's a typo. Oh shit, I've put these everywhere. Never mind. This message was provided by the government of Earth. Anyone replicating this message will be prosecuted under the copyright law, WIPO, copyright, Treaty 2002, and will be thrown in a cage by people in fancy dress called the police. Just got to lock the door for Ollie. This is our main front door, which we're on lockdown obviously, so we've got to keep it closed. You can see that's the front here. We just put some nice flowers in over there. I don't know if you can see them really. Look at them, the florist donated me some flowers. That was a shithole before. A few winter flowers in there, Mahonia. Just get some calendula still growing. Sorry about this. Just need to lock the door up. It's a shame you couldn't see that. There's our double lock. All the art from workshops that's coming out. A couple of dogs going in there. So as you come down the stairs, you take a right. Welcome to reception, which is now just a fucking tool shed. It's absolutely fucking insane. We will rebuild. We absolutely most certainly will. Oh mate, you give us a day, we'll have it back up and running again. There's 20 super good hard-working people here. This is all barricaded to shit here. Barricaded. Everything's just, I don't know, just laid everywhere. So here you can kind of see, even given the current situation we're in, everything's in a fucking good condition. After 3 years being left. Oh, Blossom! Look at this puppy. Do you want to say anything, Blossom? Say a couple of words with the camera, go on. Go on. You're too nice, look. You're getting excited. Getting so excited at love. We could do with learning something about that. Pop through here. I wanted to kind of start making the video when we were making the barricades because We had saws. Oh, if you could smell it. Shiva. We had a jigsaw going so that we could obviously cut all the wood and whatnot up, and the smoke everywhere was just ridiculous. Just coming up here.
As all of you know, everywhere you go in London there are buildings like this, costing £5,000 a week.
Don't know if you can hear that. That's the local people out there helping us out. God bless their cotton socks. They're absolute legends. They really are. I've done nothing but been supportive. And of course they fucking have. It's insane. It's fucking disgusting what they're doing out there. So they're saying, by the way, get the fuck out of this system. I'm taking action. Bicycling. All of this will just be left here. All of this we could turn into fully functioning bikes. I think we've estimated about 2,000 over the next month or two, whilst feeding the homeless and the elderly for Christmas. We want to do a huge Christmas dinner. Me personally, I'd actually like to let the homeless in, have their own floor where they can, well, get the fuck out of the cold. But we're actually gonna what's called crack another building tonight, which we'll have to now do for ourselves. But it was going to be specifically for that. This is Chorman's room, the electrician, which was once this is insane. Last night, he was getting prepared to start converting that huge space there into an upstairs bed, which was going to be fucking amazing. But now, look at it, it's a shit tip. Through we go. There's the kitchen. It's a shame I didn't capture it while we were all doing it, because it was just insane. It was just frantic. We came back from court and we were just shitting ourselves. Printers here, and this is where they're doing all the chopping and stuff for the barricades. We've had to barricade this door just now, and I'm just going to pop back through to the reception so you can reception really quickly. So we pop into here. I mean, I don't know if we've got a picture of this online prior to this whatever the fuck this is happening. You would just not, but this was just like a normal standard office that you'd find in like a really good school, or well, that the teachers would use. Like, this would be the ideal staff room for teachers, where it was, and now it's just fucked. Repairs and maintenance. Why not call Showman on 077? Reiki healing. I'm not really into any of that. Repairs and maintenance. We've got plumbing for the toilets. We've got roof leaks. If you've got roof leaks, we can help you. You need your lighting sorted. We can sort your lighting out. Now, they're actually obviously things that we were planning to do here, but we can offer all them services for you. We like doing what we do for free because it benefits life for everyone. And that's the sort of system we need, obviously. It's called an empathic civilization instead of what we currently got, which can only be described as insane. Welcome to reception. CCTV still functioning. We've got the watchers down here, just making sure that we don't don't know if you can see that. So that's Choman. He's managed to set up some sort of a microphone so he can talk to the public. We were giving free food out earlier and it went down pretty well. It's about 5 o'clock now. We thought they'd come out about 4, but Phoenix is working with the QC. They're really high up in law, by the way, to ensure that we can get an appeal done. Hello, mate. Here he is. My little boy. He's my boy. This is wild. This is the man who's been editing the Oomun Group documentary, The Great Everything.
With great pleasure.
Yes, sir. He's been fucking legend. Because I'm terrible at it. I'm in his way because he's making a barrier. Anyway. Thank you very much for listening. If you've managed to sit through a whole 30 minutes of this, that's amazing, but you're probably high. That's the only way you can get through such a utter load of gibberish. Just thought you wanted to see this. I'm going to try and use the camera again when they actually start smashing into the doors, so you can actually fully see what it's like to be thrown on the streets, basically. And yeah, I love you all. Love you all so much, and hopefully we can keep this place and keep it running. And if so, yeah, come to NW6 1SD and give you some food, good vibes, and teach you literally whatever the fuck you want. Ciao for now. Oh.